female, unemployed and looking for, well, a pretty tough career, let's face it, ever thought of joining the army? Well, our next guest, Captain Annie Edwards, is about to try and convince us that it's a grand idea. The Prime Minister herself has already shown women the way that it should be done. There she is, and the picture could change even further if the Army succeeds in its latest recruitment drive. Top brass have women firmly in their sights to join the ranks of the force. The campaign aims to persuade women that there really is a place for them in the modern army, and Captain Annie Edwards is spearheading the latest advertising efforts. Well, good morning, Annie. May I call you Annie?
Of course.
First of all, you're obviously in the army. Why did you join?
My father was in the army, which was a major influence, and I wanted a challenging and exciting career. Obviously the opportunity to travel and a lot of responsibility at an early age.
Now you're involved in trying to really increase the number of women that join the army. Do you think that the army has to be marketed to women in a different way to the way that it is to men?
Yes, I think so, because the public at large tend to think of women in the army as being butch, tanks, old boots, whatever, and a lot of girls will perhaps be put off by that image, so we have to sort of counter that image first and then go on and tell them what an exciting career it can be for a woman.
And what can the army offer a woman then?
As I say, a very exciting career, a lot of challenge, obviously the opportunity to travel, leadership at an early age, and a variety of careers. You don't just do the one job. Every 2 years or so we move on to do a different job, managing men, women, resources in the army.
Do you really see women in the front line though?
I don't personally know. I don't think the British Army has a place for combatant women yet.
I mean, it is a tough, we had said in our introduction, do you want a tough job? I mean, it is a tough job, is it?
Yes, it is. The training is particularly tough, very physically and mentally demanding, but obviously there are more challenges in the job as you go along. It's not always tough, it's not always running up mountains and that sort of thing, but it is a demanding job, yes.
You've worked your way up and you're a captain now, which yes. presumably means that you're ordering people of lower ranks to do different things, presumably men. How do they react to you?
Most of them react very well because they accept that I'm an officer in the army. They don't really care what sex I am. I'm a captain, that's all there is to it. You do obviously get some chauvinists, but a little bit of charm works wonders usually.
Do you find that sometimes the charm comes from the opposite direction as well? Do some men enjoy having women in the army?
I think some of them do, yes.
And how about you? Would you like, on a sort of a personal level, on a friendship level, more women to join up?
Yes, certainly. Well, not so much on a friendship level, it's a fantastic career for a woman, and I've had a brilliant time.
You don't get at all lonely being surrounded by men? That's a silly question, isn't it, really?
Some of them you do, actually. Sometimes you're dying for some female company to have a sort of girly chat with, and there's usually another girl around who you can do that with, but sometimes it does get a bit lonely, yeah.
If you're interested in the army, but you don't consider yourself a particularly physical person, I mean, perhaps you didn't like PE at school or whatever, is there a way of not going through all the I mean, what sounds to be dreadful sort of training, and you have to run through marshes and carry heavy weights on your back?
No, everyone has to do that.
And how long does that sort of training last?
Sandhurst training 7 months now.
That's if you go in as an officer?
Yes, and for girls it's 7 weeks basic military training before they go off and do their trade training.
And is the training any different for women than it is for men?
It's not quite as physical and it's not quite as combat orientated as the man. Obviously their bread and butter is going to be sort of the infantry work, to be a soldier first and foremost. The girls, they have to have basic military training, and then they go off and they do their trade training.
Are you a good shot?
Not bad.
I must say you look very smart. I mean, some people feel that maybe wearing an army uniform isn't attractive. This is lovely. There we are. We've got a picture. What uniform is that? You obviously
that's my summer uniform. We wear that during the day, that dress.
I'm surprised at the colour green of the jacket that you're wearing. It doesn't seem army colour.
Well, we wear this, and Royal Marines wear it. It's called Love It Green.
Love it after a famous...
Yeah, love it.
Yes.
We won a VC.
Yes.
I must say, you've done a tremendous marketing job for the army. You've made it sound great.
Thank you.
There must be some disadvantages, though.
Well, it depends on what sort of person you are. Some people would find going out on exercise, getting muddy, wet and miserable a disadvantage, and some people would find the upside, the social life, wearing long dresses, a disadvantage, staying up all late, the fitness. Some people think that's marvellous, some people think it's absolutely atrocious. They don't want to do that at all.
But if you're the right sort of person, maybe the army's for you.
Yes,
that's lovely. Captain Annie Edwards, thanks very much.
Thank you.